Mark, we're going to take your ball striking to a different level here.
I hope so.
It's going to feel so much better.
What?
You just drew it.
What's all that about?
Isn't that amazing? Did you feel like you did less on the way down?
Yeah, I've never hit a ball like that in my life.
Awesome.
Oh,
What a goal shot, sir.
that has to be 20 yards further than I've hit a 7-iron before. I hope so.
It's going to feel so much better. So we're going to look at one element that's going to control this and I'll give you one thing to look at. Now,
Yeah.
everybody that misses it off to the right, their first port of call is to then go and I need to release it more.
Yeah.
And yeah, to somewhat, that is right. But I want to paint this scenario for you. What we're seeing here at the top of the backswing is you're very, very cupped
Yeah.
with this left wrist, and this right wrist is here.
Yeah.
Now, what's brilliant about this is, if we change this scenario to something a bit stronger,
Yeah.
we then have less to do on the way down.
All right, okay.
Which sounds a bit easier, right?
Less is good.
Yeah.
Less is good.
Less is very good. But also, the strike's not only going to feel better, what I'm more excited of is seeing you make a bit of a divot,
Yeah.
the ball fly higher, and straighter.
That'll do me.
Straighter, longer, better feeling. Now, it's going to feel a little bit strange if I'm honest, because it's completely opposite.
Yeah.
But let's get into it.
Yeah,
There's
that's fine.
one focus point we're going to look at here that's going to elevate that ball striking. It's going to feel ace. It's going to feel so good. So if you could stand in here for me
Yeah.
and just address that ball as you would, as if you're about to give it a bit of a tonk away. Right. All I want you to think here is, and have you always taken a baseball grip out of interest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, we can stick with that. Now, all I want you to think now is take your backswing and I'm gonna give you this feeling and then we'll go through the drill. Right, so look at this. This is your natural thing to do.
Yeah.
I want to feel right.
God, that's weird.
Okay, so your wrists have done two things. They've
Yeah.
done less, so they've not set as much.
Yeah.
You notice this, the more you set, the more it cups.
Yeah.
The here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Make me a practice swing again. This is going to feel crazy different. And the strike, okay, flatten that off, loads. Brilliant.
That just feels so weird.
This excites me because I know weird means good.
Yeah.
So, if I gave you a bit of a drill, now you had a bit of a feeling for
Yeah.
this. If I jump in here, stand there for us.
Yeah.
So, the idea is, right, and I like things to have a little bit of like a guide,
Yeah.
because I think having a bit of a guide is brilliant. So, if we drew a line straight back and the length of our golf club, this is just a 7-iron for reference, everybody, we just put a T-peg, okay?
Yeah.
Just here, okay? So this is our reference, it's almost like a guide. And this is extending right back from where we were aiming. So this is a drill that you can take to the course and it's gonna feel different greatly.
Yeah.
All your job is, right, before your club head, from your perspective, right, gets over that T-peg,
Yeah.
can you feel you pointed that logo of your glove to the ground more, okay?
Yeah.
And I want that sensation to be the same throughout. Now look where look at my wrist.
Yeah. Yeah, compared to that.
No, I actually don't mind if your swing's a bit shorter. Right, I always have a few practice swings because I think you've got to have a bit of chance to feel this, right? So before, Mark was weak, right, no divot, no real fire, power off the face, flatter. So remember that T-peg there, from your perspective, that logo points to the ground. Just go slowly, points to the ground. More, come on, we can do this. Yeah, okay, now we're talking. Do it all the way back for me though. So it's like, right.
Yeah, that feels very strange. I'm not
Because
gonna
you've
lie.
had lessons before, right? And you
Yeah.
you said to me something, I've never learnt to release it.
No.
This is
never
why.
learnt to turn my hands over.
Because you actually do it okay. But from a position where you just can't get it right. And a lot of people who have tried to release it, but never looked at backswing,
Yeah.
this is their answer.
Yeah.
Okay? So show me that again. And then we're going to start firing some balls away. We're going to work in a set of 5, where I don't mind if this ball goes left. Fab. Feel it more through the left wrist. Perfect pause. So yeah, the scenario we're looking at, take a closer look here, right? That's what we're looking for. So before, you were, relax.
I was that way
You were that
before,
way.
yeah.
This was flat, this was cupped. We're trying to, it's going to feel so close.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right? Have a few practice swings now, back and through. Brilliant. Oh, here we go. Right, ready to take some shots?
Yeah.
Now what I want to do is I want to put on a little T-peg so we can
Yeah.
keep it in the same spot every
Okay,
time.
yep.
Okay, but we're still going to be able to see if we make a divot, we're still going to be able to see that ball fly different. Now, 5 balls in my pocket here. I don't care where they go. You've got one objective.
Yeah.
That wrist. One objective.
That's fine.
That drill. And anytime we're trying to improve something, we've got to have that one objective that's clear. Anybody that tries to come here and go, I'm going to work on 5, 6, 7 things, how can we master any of them?
Yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none.
You know what? I'm going to rob that. That's great.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Right, come on, exaggerate this for me. Awesome. Right, don't overthink it now. One task. Let's hit.
What?
You just drew it.
What's all that about?
Isn't that amazing? Did you feel like you did less on the way down?
Yeah. I've never hit a ball like that in my life. What's all that about?
Mark, that was ace. Straight away, so look at these numbers, right? It's too much, but I want to carry on with that because this is so new. You've got to take it to the upper limit, right? Your face there, that's close to draw numbers. You had it closed. For reference here, the bottom left number is your club face. It has a minus and a left figure.
Yeah.
That's why that felt like a different class.
Yeah.
So to paint the scenario to you and everybody, you look over my shoulder, everybody come and look at this as well. You were coming into the golf ball like this, right? No matter how much you tried, it was so open, like a foot out from the golf ball somewhere here. No matter how much you tried, you couldn't do it. Now this face is squarer, this starts to come in naturally.
Yeah.
And we're scratching the surface on that. That's one shot, and it's different. I'm excited here.
So am I. I can't get over that.
Right.
That is mad.
Let's do this again. Come on, please exaggerate it again. We want to be looking, and for everybody here who always hits it right, I want you to think, you've got to play golf now, middle to left half. That is it. Exaggerate it like you've never done it before. Go on. Let's smash this away. One objective. Okay, didn't go right.
No.
So now we hit it straight again. Brilliant. Go again. Love that. That was ace. So remember, it's almost like all the way back. You're feeling that wrist. Cool. And again. Need it more. So go back to our little reference point in that drill.
Yeah.
As our hand. So this is your feedback. I almost want you to do it slowly. So if you're using this as a drill, that point to there, this is the most important bit. Like if anybody has anything they learn from this video, this first foot and how you control that club face in that first foot literally sets the tone. Because if you get that slightly wrong, everything that you do from there on in is compromised.
Yeah.
And look, I'll show you there. Your face was open there.
Yeah.
So you can see that. Yeah. If it's open, then we know we hit it bad. Awesome. Get back to that. Yes. Right. Give me the full exaggeration mode.
Oh.
That's okay. Keep that pace of the swing down.
Yeah.
Just nice and smooth.
That was faster. When I swing faster, I lose control of it.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. But we need to get this dialed in and nailed first. Flatter. So remember that first foot. So let me give you that sensation again. Great. So you did something different there. What did you do?
Just turned my hands around.
Okay, so if someone's watching this, right, and then they're an alien to golf, give us a feeling, because everyone's dying to know what you feel, because they're looking at this going, oh, you know what, I see a little bit of Mark in me. Okay, so what did you feel there?
It just feels more weight shift on my back when I'm starting.
Okay. I don't want to hear that word. That's not pleasing me. I want to just think about this.
The logo.
Yeah.
The logo's pointing there.
There you go.
Instead of up there.
There you go. That's it.
So the logo's pointing that way.
Right. There you go. That's a simple thought, right?
Yeah.
Great. Exaggerate this now on this shot. Awesome. Oh. What a goal shot, sir. I mean, look how much further that's flown.
I'll have a bit of that.
How much further do you reckon that's flown there?
That has to be 20 yards further than I've hit a 7-iron before.
Okay, which is, when people are watching this, it sounds ridiculous, that.
Yeah, it does, but my average 7-iron would go about 130 yards, 140 yards.
How much do you reckon that's gone there?
That's 150, 160.
Different class. But simply just making that one move.
Yeah.
Now, how exaggerated did that feel? Imagine that scale of not exaggerated at 1 here and 10 over here. Where are we?
Well, when we first did it, it was 10.
Yeah.
But then it comes, the more you do it, it comes down.
Would you say it was still this end?
Yeah, it's still high, and I'd say 8 or 9.
I want it to feel 10 again.
That's fine.
Just only because, right, is when you hit good shots like that, your brain goes, oh, that was good, I can soften it off a little bit. No, I want you to exaggerate it past that point even more. Like past that point.
Because then I suppose if you do backtrack, you backtrack to the point where it was amazing.
Exactly. I'm talking from experience here in the sense of I've been in a situation where I've not exaggerated it enough. Right, one more for me.
That's fine, we'll exaggerate it.
So just summarise this here. Our objective, and we think of the golf swing, and I like using this racket because it's a brilliant analogy and it makes so much sense. Everybody that has a shots to the right thinks I've got to wrap this over more. Now, yes, that does have to happen.
Yeah.
But if we imagine, if I started with my strings open, that being square, this being open, and that's where you are at the top, strings open because of our wrist. No matter what you do, you're going to really have to overcompensate. Now, if we start with them square to what feels actually close to you, well, now I'm in a scenario where I can really put some power on without doing too much.
Yeah.
Which is exciting, right? Because then I just think if you feel like you're doing less, but you're getting more out of it, the word consistency happens.
Yeah.
Right?
That's fine.
I want one more just like that. Awesome. So that's now our bad shot, a little thin straight compared to a right.
I'll have that over that.
So I want you to take that away and just work on that single sensation of that first foot of the golf swing is the most important part for us because that influences where we get up here, which then influences where we get here. But our objective is we're looking to take our top of the backswing position from a good grip from this to this with that single thought of controlling the start of the swing.